guys, it's Matt. It is Friday, July 31st, end of the month, and small red day today. Actually, let's just go through the week. So I started Monday up 50 bucks on two trades on SCKT. I think I did a recap on Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday was a big red day, down 308. Kodak just got the best of me, and you know I got screwed long, I got screwed short, and then I made some back short, and then gave some back at the end of the day there. So uh, it was a bad day, but it was a good day because I felt good about fighting back. Um, and the two things. Actually, let's look at a Kodak chart real quick for that day. If I go to the here, we can blow this up. It's not perfect, but so I got short here, which was, you can see in hindsight, not great. But it looked like it was going to meet resistance there. But right around here in this candle, I remember thinking, this thing's about to rip, because it was right around the 930s level. And it's just the volume slowed like way down. It was like creepy low, like eye of a hurricane kind of low, right? It was just like, where the hell did the volume go? And like nothing was frozen because there was still a trickle, but there were like no orders printing, nothing was moving, and I was like, this thing's about to rip. And even though I thought that, I was like, well, that's an irrational thought. Like, you don't really know that, except it was right. And so rather than getting out, it ripped, and I kind of froze. It was like a deer in headlights, and I finally got out up here. Um, so that was kind of the ugly short. But I don't think I included that in the video I did on Tuesday, and I wanted to say that because I noticed it. And so it was one of those things like, oh man, I just took a huge loss, but that was pretty cool that I sort of called it. I just didn't act on my call. Um, So Wednesday, I was down again, down 100. So Kodak bit me again, which that one pissed me off. Um, just because I wanted to try to make some back on the name just to feel better about myself. And then I lost some on LB, um, which I think, if I remember correctly, um, yeah, that just wasn't ready to roll over yet. And then PRTK, it was a small win. Whatever, I made some back at the end of the day there. But still pushing size, which is actually, that's kind of the main thing I'm just trying to do right now, is get comfortable with size. So 200 share positions mostly. Yesterday had a big win on EDSA, one trade, one winner, and just got the hell out. So actually, let's look at this one on the charts. Whoops. Oh, is that not going to show me my entries? Oh, that's kind of lame. Really? Get the hell out of here. Okay, well, we'll look at it anyway. So, EDSA. It's funny because I got short into a halt, I believe. What's going on here? Yeah, 953. So I got short here, 953 at 1495, and it halted just after here, right here at whatever the high is here, 1561, and then opened level and just plummeted, and then halted again, and then broke down. So I think I took half my position off here at the halt at 1405. Let's just double check that. Yeah, 1404. Then I took another half at 1324, like 6 minutes later at 1005, and then half of what was left at 12.26 at 10.13, and then I let the rest ride. So let's see, 13. So I was out some more right here on this candle, and I had like 25 shares left, and I was like, well, I'm gonna see if this rolls over farther, but uh, in case it doesn't, what I'm gonna do is I had an order set at like 14.50 or something, uh, and I said, okay, if this gets over 14.25, I'm just gonna hit the button and get out, and that's what I did. So I got filled at 14.35 for that last one, which is kind of a shame. It actually would have been a nice little pop to add on, and then watch the rollover down here to 10, or even just hold through. But honestly, I wanted to get out of here. I was up big on the day, or up big for me, right? So one of my best days ever, maybe if not the best. I'd have to go back and double check what my early June days were, but it's up there. It's definitely in the top couple. Um, and I knew that even if I stopped out up here, I was still in the money, right? Because I got in here at 14, whatever my entry was, 14.95. So if I stop out at 25 or even 50, I'm still, I'm not giving money back. So anyway, I did that because I wanted to just take the win, get out of here, and enjoy the rest of the day with a clear head, which I did. I went out to a lake and got some kayaking in. Took my dog for a walk right afterward. It was actually a really good day. So, um, and then today I just had I haven't uploaded my trade for today. Let's see. It's just one small winner on our loser. Sorry, on Son or Sun, however you want to pronounce that. Um, so let's see what's going on here. I wrote up something I think I want to start doing too is trading more in the moment, because I do a recap at the end of the session, and then it just doesn't give me a good. Sometimes I don't even remember what the hell I was thinking. So I want to start just pulling up Trader View and journaling as it's happening, which I should have thought of this a million years ago, because so my real um, career, my actual career that I make money on instead of lose money is I'm like a health coach, and I do a lot of nutrition coaching. So one of the things I tell people is like, don't wait till the end of the day to journal if you're going to journal what you eat, because you're not going to remember anything. You're not going to remember it accurately, I should say. Not that you won't remember anything, but it's exactly the same for trading. Like if you make, I don't know, say you make 6 trades, and then you go back to journal them, and you're like, what was I thinking on this one? Like, there's so much that happens while you're trading, and so many stocks you're looking at, and things are popping up, and you're debating whether this is that level or this level. I mean, there's so much of that you're not going to remember. So to be journaling as it's happening, when you get a chance. I mean, obviously sometimes there's a lot of shit going on, and you just don't have a chance to write anything down, and that's okay. The trading itself has to take precedent, um, but journaling in the moment like this is something. So basically, this was just a pure tape replay with small size. So I only took 100 shares. It was consolidating and looked like it could trap the shorts, so I got in at 685. It was the bottom of the range. It was doing with a pretty tight stop at 650. I was just basically looking for this to rip, which it didn't do until it stopped me out. So let's take a look at this. So you can see it like it made a run up. It got halted. It hit what I think is that was a pivot point from somewhere. Yeah, pre-market high. So strange. There we go. Yeah, that was pre-market high there, and then dipped back down to like the VWAP moving average area, and then it just kind of started making this range. And a couple of times when it pushed up, it looked like, oh shit, this is gonna trap some shorts, and it's gonna rip higher. And so when it got to the bottom of this range again, because you can see this is sort of a wedge here, either in either direction. It's not really making a nice flag pattern. Anyway, basically it did go higher, but it shook out the weak hands like me first. So I got in here at the bottom of this range that it had been chopping around at, and I got in at 685 there. Again, a tight stop. I was willing to give this to the moving average, um, and I got out at 658. So I took a small loss, really expecting this or more to happen. I kind of expected if this was going to rip, it was going to take off. But this was a real weird stock all day. It just kind of grindy and didn't really move very fluidly. So I took that loss there, but you can see it kind of pulled back to VWAP, which would have been a great entry in hindsight, and then made a pretty nice move. So that could have been worth a good $60 or something had I kept in it. But anyway, and then the rest of the morning was just a bunch of junk. There were a bunch of like lower volume halt things going on. What was the big one that was halting like a million times? I can't remember which ticker it was. I'm looking forward to my list here. Oh, it's Tilsa, right? So this thing was halting like crazy. And once it started to skip up, there were just no good dips to get an entry. Like, let's see. So it halted here at 58, 10-minute halt. Opens way up here and like barely dips. I mean, this wasn't even, you didn't even see this on the tape. It was one of those things where like the wick just shows up. You don't actually even like see it form. It just all of a sudden appears, and the price was already up here. Instantly halts at 10:08 for another 10-minute halt. Um, and again, like it shot up but without giving a pullback, And then it gave a pullback to this level, but I was looking to see for it to come down here. I think I had an order at $9, I think, or $8.95 or something. I was looking for it to drop to this level and then maybe play off there, but it came back to the opening level and then just took off. And then after that, it was just not really something I was comfortable playing. I didn't have any stocks that I was interested in today that were organically shortable, so I was looking for all long plays, and there just wasn't enough. For me, there wasn't enough long momentum to trust something to really pull back and then shoot back up again. There was a higher float one, SRNE, which we've looked at before. That looked at one point like it was going to. This one might have been the early one here. Made a nice pullback and then a run, and then this pullback, I was like, yeah, that might work. And you can see it would have given you a couple cents here, but then it rolled over and took everybody out. So anyway, it was probably typical Friday summer action. Honestly, most of the big guns are probably in the Hamptons already, so whatever. Anyway, that's it for the week. So I'm ending the week red, I believe. Yeah, I have to be with that big loss and only one day of winning. So 2 days of winning, but yeah. Ending the week red, probably 150, $200, something like that. So plus fees will come out, and then we'll do maybe a July recap over the weekend, and we'll be back at it Monday.